Welcome back to the Saigon Corners podcast. My name is Foon and this is my friend.
Hi, I'm Hyans. This is our fourth podcast, and a big thank to all of you for supporting Saigon Corners podcast collection.
Today, we'll talk about a very special festival in Vietnam. Can you guess what it is?
It's Full Moon Festival.
I will doubt if you can guess it. And the Full Moon Festival is also known as the Mid-Autumn Festival. So Han, do you know why we have the Full Moon Festival?
Maybe because on that day, the moon is brighter than normal day.
Well, that's a good point, but I'll tell you a story that also explains this. Once upon a time, on a full moon night in August, a young king was gazing at the sky. Suddenly, a staircase leading to the moon appeared. Out of curiosity, the king went up the stairs, and when he reached the moon, he received such a warm welcome from the beautiful moon lady. After that, he returned to his castle. However, that night impressed him so much that he declared August 15 of the lunar calendar could be the day of the full moon festival. Moreover, he created the mooncake as an offering for the moon lady, and since then, mooncakes have become a feature of the full moon festival.
Wow, it's such an interesting story. But I wonder what would people usually do on this day?
Well, in Full Moon Festival, family members will gather around and offer incense to their ancestors, enjoy the beautiful moon while eating mooncakes. This is the time to have everyone bond and get closer. There will be kids roaming around with their handmade lanterns and playing traditional games. Besides, I think there are also some people who rely on the moon on this day to predict whether that year is a good year for them. About me, I like eating mooncake the most. The reason is they are so delicious.
I agree with you. Hearing from my grandmother that mooncake is considered to be the offering to the beautiful moon lady and also represents reunion. That's why I think eating mooncakes with family is one of the most special activities during this time of the year. But do you know what we are missing?
What?
The dragon dance.
Yeah, now that you mention it. But why do people do dragon dance on this day?
I think the reason is we believe that the dragon represents good luck and prosperity. So performing the dragon dance will bring good fortune to everyone. I like it simply because it's very fun and it can bring joy to the kids. Well, when we're still on this topic about the past, what do you think about the difference between the full moon festival in the past and today? Like, what has changed and what has not?
Like we mentioned before, on this day, the moon was brightest and roundest, representing the family gatherings. Therefore, families and friends often came together or harvested crops for the festival. During this exciting full moon festival, children together make unique masks and lanterns from various materials they have in many shapes and colors.
Yeah, nowadays, the full moon festival is mainly for young children to enjoy the best time of the year. Paper lanterns are replaced by electric ones, so children creations seem to have disappeared.
The dragon dance is the most oriental feature of this festival. Our little alley was teaming with different teams of dragon dancers. This reminds me of a time when I was a little kid. Everybody gathered together to tell stories about the beautiful moon lady, moon boy, and jade rabbit with contemplate dragon dance. Those are the best memories I have ever had about a full moon festival. These days, people tend to go out to enjoy the festival by eating at restaurants, going for a walk, or participating in events in shopping malls.
In the past, mooncakes were mostly handmade, traditionally from flour, eggs with green beans, and many other ingredients. The whole family sat together to watch the full moon, enjoy the taste of traditional cakes, and sip a cup of tea in the reunion's atmosphere. Is the way the people in those days welcomed the full moon festival. But today, making mooncakes has given way to the more popular custom of giving mooncakes to the family members.
Okay, let's get to our final question. Where to celebrate the Mid-Autumn Festival in Saigon? Do you have any recommendations?
Of course, if Hanoi is famous for its busy Hàng Mã Street, or Hoi An is bright with lanterns in every alley, Mid-Autumn Festival in Ho Chi Minh City cannot fail to mention Lantern Street in District 5. This is a Chinese lantern street. The street has its features during day and night. If the day is channelist of the road surrounded by lanterns hanging for sale with colorful and antique motifs, then the night is business with all the people visiting and shopping for the festival. The people here still keep making the traditional Chinese lanterns with beautiful patterns for the decorations itself. So, how about you?
I have this one place that I used to go with my friends. It is Saigon Lantern Street in Big C at Tô Hinh Thành District 10. If you are in Saigon and afraid to go to crowded places like Lantern Street in District 5 but still want to enjoy Full Moon Festival, you should immediately visit the Ba Tư Market Lantern Street. Just standing from afar, you can see countless rainbow color stars woven from hundreds of lanterns. Not only that, but this Lantern Street also has a food court with many interesting dishes, suitable for the theme of the full moon in August.
Well, those are all from us about the Full Moon Festival. Thanks for listening. If you like the podcast, then please leave a like and comment down below your favorite things in the Full Moon Festival.
Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification to enjoy more content like this in the future. Once again, I'm Phương.
And I'm Haiyan. Thank you and see you in the next podcast episode of Saigon Corners. Goodbye.